friends, Kim from Stamping Imperfection. Thank you for joining me today. I am here with a video to share some new Kat Scrappiness goodies. These are available in the store today, and they are brand new products in Kat Scrappiness's store. So I made these two cards earlier in the week using 5 of the new goodies. I've used the beautiful pattern paper, the Birthday's Essential Pattern Paper Pack. I've used 2 new word dies, Happy Birthday and Birthday Kisses, and I've used 2 new cover plate dies. On this one, I used the layered party banner cover die, and it is an A2 size card, so it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I'm already planning how I'm going to use this die in my scrapbooks because I think I could snip off 3 of those banner swags and put a photo behind it and have the top banner swag in place. So I'm excited about this. This is the layered party balloon cover die. Again, it's an A2 size, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And what I love about these 2 cover dies is that they both come with extra dies to cut out. Here you can see the 3 balloon dies I have in the upper left there. Those come with that cover plate, so you can cut out extra balloons to layer on top and you can get really colorful cards. So here's the Birthday Essential paper. You can see 2 of the patterns. They're double-sided. Some have plain colors on the back, some have other patterns, but you can see they're 6 by 8, and I'm already thinking of making a small 6 by 8 album with those. And you can see how shiny the paper is. It's got a really nice gloss to it, and it's just nice heavyweight paper. So you get good sturdy card fronts when you use it. So here are the 3 word dies: Birthday Kisses, Make a Wish, and Happy Birthday. This is what the party banner or layered banner die looks like when you die cut it out, and you can see that extra die you get for the little pennants. If you want the pennants to be like, you can leave it all just green, or you can use those separate little pennant dies to die cut the banners that you need to layer on top of the green ones to make this a very colorful card front. So this is called the Birthday Essentials die set, and I have not played with this yet. I cannot wait to play with it. But look at all the goodies you get in there. Like, there's so many different things you can build from that. I love when companies come out with these essential die sets and they are just packed for all kinds of things you might use for that occasion. So I'm going to build a card today that's not exactly a birthday card. I'm going to do a black and white card, and I'm going to use this Simply Amazing word die. This is not a brand new die, but this is also available in the Kat Scrappiness shop. It's been there for a little while. But I'm loving the word dies because you get the shadow die that cuts out the background, and then you get this gorgeous script word die. And you can use that shadow. Here you can see I've used it with vellum, and I like the way that looks a lot. And on the other card I made, I didn't use that shadow die at all. So it's more versatile to use. Now, I just was showing you my embellishment organizer. I am going to play with some black and white sprinkles today because I'm going to make a quick shaker card just like I did with this Birthday Kisses one. I made a nice bright primary one with the new goodies and the new papers, but I did go ahead and cut out a bunch of extra black and white balloons, and I've got a whole bunch of those. Now those little balloons actually cut out a highlight spot in the balloon. So I meant to cut out 2 of these balloon cover dies, and my paper slipped in my die cut machine because I didn't tape the die to the paper. But no worries, I'm going to make use of that because I'm going to cut that out and layer it on my black cover die piece, and then I will have a white highlight built right in. On this card, I didn't realize it and I didn't put the white beneath it, so I used a gel pen to fill in the spots where the highlight went. Otherwise, it would have been just blue because I had used a blue piece of cardstock to cut out the frame and the layered balloons. Like this, I think these are really great ideas. Like if you are doing a big birthday party or some kind of big celebration like a graduation or something, this die would make fantastic invitations for an event like that if you wanted to send something like that out. You wouldn't have to make them shaker cards, certainly, because either way, they come out, they're really just fun. So I've cut out the balloons on that piece that went kind of wonky through my die cut machine. I'm going to put that extra white one away. I'll save that for a different project. So I'm going to glue this white down, and I decided I would just snip off the balloon string and the little knotted part of the balloon on the bottom. I'm not sure if that has a name, but almost like the nozzle of the balloon. But I cut those off so that when I put this down, I don't have to really fuss too much with like lining things up. I really just need this under there to give that white highlight. And I am going to discover as I do this that on the right hand side that I should have left a piece of the frame on the right and left edge where the balloons are, because when I go to put that little black balloon down there, you'll see that it needs the white to go all the way across the frame. So I'll cut out another little white balloon and flip it over and put it beside that little, or behind that little black balloon, and that covers it right up. So I just cut another little with the separate balloon die and then glued it to the back, but I flipped it over so that the highlight areas weren't lining up, because I want the white behind that highlighted area, just like I'm doing here on this edge, because this edge did not cover up the balloon and I wanted it to be nice and thick and cover up the balloon. So I'm just gluing everything down, and I decided to overlap so the black ones were all like toward the front and the white ones were all toward the back. That just worked out better with the highlighted areas also. So I didn't need a bunch of extra white pieces to tuck behind those black ones. And I think it looks kind of fun, every other one black and white. So I like this. And that's the front of your card, friends. All you need is the sentiment, and the front of your card is done. If you don't want to make a shaker card, just slap that onto a card base, add your sentiment and any embellishments you want, and it's done. I am going to make a shaker card just because it's so quick to do. I mean, it's so easy with these cover dies. It's amazing. So I have an A2 size piece of acetate here, and I'm just using liquid glue to adhere it. I always have microfiber cloths next to me to blot up glue and ink and things like that. So that's what I'm doing with that cloth there. And I just used my liquid glue. I love the glue tubes. They're so easy to squeeze, and you get a good amount of glue out. And the glue does give you a little wiggle room. Now this is 1/4 inch foam tape, and it just fits on that frame. So you might want to go with 1/8 inch foam tape, but this fits perfectly, and I'm being super careful to get it right to the outer edge of the frame so that I don't see that foam tape when I flip over my card. And I like this foam a lot. Like the foam that Kat Scrappiness has in the store, I just think it's such a nice foam. It's not super stiff, so I really like how flexible it is. The old foam that I used to buy was super stiff and also very thick. So like you got a really thick layer just from the foam. So you do want to make sure that where your foam meets in the corners, you don't want any gaps there, because part of the point of the foam is to hold in your sprinkles so they don't like come flying out of the card when somebody shakes it. So I've got my card base. This is 5.5 by 8.5. I scored and folded it at 4 1/4, and I'm going to attach my card front directly to the card base. I'm going to just use a white background, and I didn't want to use black because I didn't think then the balloons would show up well enough. It was a dilemma, I will admit. I'm thinking maybe next time I should use like a black and white stripe or polka dot. So I've got these black, I think this is black tie affair. I think that's what they're called, these embellishments. Let me see if I can find them. And I'm putting a bunch of those in, and I'm pouring those right in the center of my card base because I like to put the front on. Yes, this is Black Tie Affair. I'm also, by the way, going to add a few little clear, these are the clear 3mm drops. I like a few of those, and I'm kind of wishing I'd put more than this. Like, that is not enough. I like a lot of shaker bits, and that is not enough. And I'm laying them down so that they're in a nice flat layer so that I don't get shaker bits wedged underneath any parts of the front, because sometimes they wedge in if you have a couple, like if they're layered together when you put your card front down, but they all shake nicely when I'm all done. Now I just have to put my sentiment on. I'm trying to decide, do I want to use the shadow piece or not? I definitely do. I just love the way it looks with the black and white, and I think that will really finish off the card nicely. And the amazing actually die cut in 2 separate pieces, and you do want to make sure you save the dots for your eyes. I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on the back of these. I do like the reverse tweezers for this. A lot of times I will actually die cut out the script words like 3 or 4 times and layer them together, so that's nice and thick. And a lot of times I will also cover them with clear embossing powder and heat set it so they look like enamel. I have a couple videos where I do that, and I love that technique. For this one, I felt like, I think black and white together like this on a card is just stunning. So I didn't feel like it needed a lot more glitz and glamour or shine and sparkle. So I left it plain on this one, and I'm not sorry I did that. I like the way this came out. And I do apologize for my head. I'm like leaning over to try to see. It's definitely time for an eye appointment, I'm telling you. Time for new glasses. I haven't done that in 2 years, so it's time. I never go that long. And I find myself leaning closer to all my projects. So I will put links to all of these products below, and all the new products that I showed you at the beginning of the video. I would love it if you give this video a thumbs up and leave me a comment to let me know what you think of the new stuff and which one are you most excited to try, which cover die. And also, I would love it if you subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed, and click that bell to get notifications every time I upload a new video. And there you go. That is going to complete my card. Isn't that fun? It's so simple. It's even got the little balloon strings there. And I had an extra black balloon, so I decided I would glue that on the inside. And I think, you know, that little detail, I didn't glue it yet. I will do that now. But I think that little detail on the inside does really add something nice. And you can, you know, I'm sure you have sentiments you could stamp inside if you wanted to for whatever the occasion is. So I love that. I think it's a perfect celebration balloon. Good for a New Year's party invitation in those colors. So let me just bring back my 2 colorful ones, and you can see the happy birthday one is not a shaker card. So quick and easy to make. And I think these cover dies make these projects super simple. So thank you so much for watching, friends. Have a wonderful day, and make sure you check out the Instagram hop on Kat Scrappiness.